Well, this weekend we had Darren Till out, so Kevin Holland's coming in to fight Vettori.
It's so frustrating if you're a Darren Till fan, which I am. You know, I guess back to Instagram, Bubba.
Have you ever had, or you've known people that had collarbone injuries?
I broke my collarbone.
Oh,
yep. I broke my collarbone in high school. It sucks. If he actually broke his collarbone, which I think he did, if you break your collarbone, there's no way you're fighting. There's no chance. I mean, so collarbone's a real injury, you know, and I don't think Till's some sort of punk that is faking an injury or something like that or finding a way out. I actually think this was a good matchup for him. Tough fucking matchup for him. But yeah, if you're a Darren Till fan, it's fucking frustrating, man. It's very frustrating. But he'll get better, and we'll see what happens for him next. You know, things happen for a reason, I like to believe. The Vettori fight was a tough one for Till. And Till was an underdog for a reason, that fight. Vettori's a motherfucking monster. Remember, Vettori's last loss, I think, was a split decision to Izzy. That's how good this kid is. Now, granted, they're both young, and Izzy was young. It's not the same Izzy now. It's also not the same Vettori as it is now. So he's a badass, man. As far as Kevin Holland goes, what are the odds on this fight, Chin? Yep, last loss, ready, was in 2018 split decision to Izzy. Since then, he's been on a fucking tear. He's a problem, man. Minus 335. Yeah. I told you guys with Kevin Holland, it's tricky, right? Because we learned a lot about that Derek Brunson fight. I'm not buying that some of these other entertainers in the MMA space say, oh, he was giving up the takedown. That's what he wanted. Not buying that. I don't know how much they're paying you to say that. But Vettori is not a wrestler by nature, so it's a different fight. So, you know, favorably, this is going to be a striking fight. And the one thing you can't do is train for a guy like Holland. He's just so unconventional. He's unorthodox. He's wild, has explosive power. Even the Derek Brunson fight, they were on the feet for maybe a minute, and he almost fucking knocked his ass out. So Holland does have that X factor. And this is tough because if Holland loses this one, now especially if he gets starched, that's 2 losses in a row, and then the UFC is going to have to figure out what to do with you. The other thing is if he goes into it and he's looking at the crowd and he's talking to the refs and he's talking to the cornermen and he's trying to put on the entertainer that he is, and you lose again, they might cut you because Dana was disgusted from what I hear with his last performance. Didn't even finish the fight, walked out during the 3rd round. That's how disgusted he was. And then Khabib illegally streamed it, whatever.
That was funny.
Good for him. Yeah, hilarious. Yeah. So I think for Kevin Holland, you know, big risk equals big reward, but big risk, this could be a real big one as far if a loss goes. If he goes in and doesn't have a good outing, the Kevin Holland train could be completely derailed. So we'll see. We'll see. When I first heard it, I went, oh, that makes sense. He's just trying to, you know, shed that last loss, and it was a terrible outing, and he got outclassed and talking to the crowd and the cornermen, and he was on Focus, and he's on Dana's shit list now. But you fill in for an injured Darren Till on short notice, you're ready to go, and you pull off a win, you're telling me there's a chance. You're right back in there, big dog. So I'm rooting for Kevin Holland. It's a tough fight. Now, as a guy who likes to bet, and I usually post all my bets, as a guy who likes to bet, Kevin Holland is this big as a dog, ain't a bad bet. Because, again, he has the X factor, and I like to bet on the X factor. I'm not putting up my fucking, you know, kids' college tuition investment on it, but I would put a handsome amount on Kevin Holland getting it done, you know, via KO, just because he has that X factor. And I always bet on that X factor. There's always something there, you know, where you can't really... The odds makers, Vegas can't really put a finger what makes them special. So the odds are so far between. So I'm not mad at that. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but it's not a bad idea to put a little money on him, get it done. Tough fight for him, man. And again, if he loses this one and looks bad again, that Kevin Holland, this is the game, man. You know, everyone was on his nuts last year. He's fighter of the year, and then look at 2021. We're talking about him. God, he loses again. What are they going to do with him? Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Sport's fucking crazy. It's what have you done for me lately? Well, his last outing was not great.